So if you think about how we went into this weekend, Biden was like free falling, right? And trying to figure out, how do I stop the calls? It was drip, 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 calling him to get out of the race. Mock, do you think that has, like, he's got this Lester Holt interview tonight. Do you think that the calls for him to get out of the race from the left have subsided?
I think there has been some air sucked out of the room when it comes to what's everybody talking right now, which actually to some extent helps Biden, right? Like the fact that this happened helps him because he is no longer the focus.
Right.
And of course he's having this interview with Lester Holt on the first night of the GOP convention. I mean, who's going to be watching? Not probably as many people as would otherwise, because they'll be tuned into the GOP convention. So he's getting less heat on him, which is to his benefit. I do think at least for the next week or two, perhaps, maybe going forward, everybody will consider unity, part of the definition of unity being we're going to rally around Biden, because honestly, we don't have a prayer anyway. So let's just go with the guy that we got.
Yeah,
I mean, I also
go ahead.
I also think that a lot of liberals at this point are like, we just lost the election, and so let's focus on the House and the Senate at this point. Because did you see the picture, Sean? I mean, come on. Like,
but here's the problem. Just guys, I'm with you. Maybe this is just me. Okay, so I will admit my, nervous bias here, but I feel like Russia, steal dossier, try to kick him off the ballot, attack him, and we'll get to the documents case in a second. They're not, we're 4 months out. They are not going to roll over and go, all right, you guys won, we're screwed. Will double down. Too much is at stake. They still think he's a threat to democracy. They might not say it. Something else is coming. I hate to tell you this. This is not the end. They are not going to roll over and say, okay, guys, uncle, tap out. They're not tapping out.
What could be the October surprise after an assassination attempt? I ask you.
Okay, look.
What is it?
I don't know, but I'm not excited about this. I do want to listen. Here's the problem, and then I want to get into the media reaction. This is an NBC poll that came out over the weekend. Satisfied with Trump as the nominee, Republicans, 71%. Satisfied with Biden as the nominee among Democrats, 33%. That's a 40% enthusiasm gap. That's not surmountable. They have to do something, and they're not just going to pivot and say, okay, the House and Senate. Here's why. You can't do that, right? This was the thing in 2016. Everyone's like, oh, we'll just abandon Trump and try to save the House and Senate. The top of the ticket matters. Enthusiasm matters. Turnout matters. And if you depress the top of your ticket, you're screwed. They can't.
He's not going to quit.
No.
He's not quitting.
All right, I want to touch base because maybe this is a pet peeve, ladies. I'm confessing, but the CNN reaction, okay? Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at rally. Okay.
Right.
Let's see if I can find the New York Times one, which is breaking news. Donald Trump was rushed off the stage at his rally in Pennsylvania after pops that sounded like gunshots were heard.
Did you see the one that said he was startled by the loud noises?
He was startled. He's old man that's startled, Sean. He's startled.
Oh my God.
Do you understand though? My concern is this. There are people who wake up every day and look to the New York Times and CNN to get, and they go, oh, what are you talking about? Assassination. It was just like a loud noise, like a firecracker went off. Like maybe someone passed gas. I don't know. But this is a joke. This is, and by the way, no admission of their role in this. The media is complicit. And by the way, let me just stand on my soapbox for one more second. Everyone that is sitting there doing the whole unity BS thing and excusing the role of the media is also complicit. And the folks on our side that want to placate the Politicos and the New York Times and the CNNs and the MSNBCs are equally complicit. Stop coddling these folks. The media is part of the problem. And I cannot believe MSNBC canceled Morning Joe this morning. They were
because of a guest. What was that all about?
Or is it just because of everything that's happened?
Yeah,
like
they were scared that they were going to. I want to play you guys. This is Margaret Brennan, by the way. I want to play you two clips. First, I want to play you Margaret Brennan. She's the host of Face the Nation. Let's tee it up. I want you to hear how she relayed this because this is important.
Our country has been living in a heightened threat environment for some time now. Yesterday's assassination attempt against Mr. Trump confirmed our greatest fears. Last night, we reported on inflammatory statements made by some of our elected or political leaders and some of those who had called for calm. Mr. Trump issued a statement after his traumatic experience, and I noted that his statement did not include a call to lower the temperature. It was not meant as a critique, but rather an observation I made in the moment of that breaking news.
Yeah, all right. Now I want you to play you Margaret Raddatz. Remember, it's his fault that he got shot.
Totally.
Because you know what? There's a target on him. Oh, wait, that's what they say about him. So let's play Martha Raddatz, the genius, the JV crier over there at ABC's this week.
Cannot.
Also, George, we have to point out, no matter
Have to do it.
the shooter, what the shooter's motives were, no matter who the shooter is, you are going to hear conspiracy theories going forward.
No question about that. But as you point out, those statements from J.D. Vance and Vivek Ramaswamy, of course, President Trump and his supporters have contributed to this violent rhetoric as well.
Oh, my
Well,
God.
Absolutely, George. We were just looking back this morning at some of the things that former President Trump has said. He warned last March of potential death and destruction if he were charged by the Manhattan District Attorney. Our country
He was
is being
right!
destroyed as they tell us to be peaceful. Trump in January warned of bedlam in the country if the criminal charges
Wait.
against him
So,
succeeded.
by the way-
And of course, in March, he said, now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it.
So
it's
he had
going
it
to be a
coming.
bloodbath
Yeah.
for the
Hey,
country.
he had it coming.
He had
That
it
will be
coming.
the
Yeah.
least of it.
And oh, by the way, it sounds like he actually, maybe I should be looking at this differently because maybe she's right. Maybe we should be praising Trump for saying, hey, you knew this was going to happen. But these guys, this is unbelievable. It's your fault. It's your fault for getting chopped. And by the way, all these Dems, so here's the right. These guys in the House Dems who basically introduced legislation to take Trump's Secret Service detail away, when the right points it out, they go, Republicans pounce on Democrats. Whoa, do they not have any role? The media and the left, it's like the right pointed out what the left said, and the right, therefore, is guilty of pointing out what the left said about attacking Trump.
Ultimate gaslighting. This is what they do best, Sean. They gaslight and they project. This is like they're famous for it. But yeah, I mean, when she is an insufferable hag, by the way.
She cried when he got elected.
But
But the point in saying this, and the point in bringing this up, is that I know you guys are on every morning. I'm on every night. Guys, if you're getting your news from any of these ABC, CBS, New York Times, CNN, stop. No wonder the country's divided because half of you are getting your information from morons.
Which again, I would just like to point out, thank God for Elon Musk, because that is where the news happens in real quick time. And you can be sure that you're getting every possible angle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because even the day that, listen, when it happened on Saturday, I was like because I was at a swim meet. Mock watched it happen real time. I was at a swim meet in Houston. And so she was texting me saying this is happening. And I was trying to get it on the news. And I got to tell you, it was tough to get it in real time. I had to turn to Twitter to get the information. And that tells you about our American media right there.
Mock, last thing I want to just bring up real quick. This documents case today, as I said, they tried to kick him off the ballot, the lawfare stuff. We saw the New York case start to go bye-bye. He should have been sentenced now. They pushed that away. Then this Florida case goes bye-bye. The judge ruling this morning. I think the big political takeaway is this gets back to what I said a minute ago. Their efforts to really take out Trump are failing, and I worry about what's coming next.
I hear your concern and I share it because this is a seismic occurrence. The fact that this case has been dismissed because it was like essentially illegal to have Jack Smith as a special counsel or special prosecutor. Yeah. And so suck it, Jack Smith. I just am so
I got a quick breaking news. Apparently Hunter Biden's attorneys are asking that Jack Smith prosecute him. They're asking Jack Smith, please come after us too.
I love it. Oh my God.
Dude,
great.
I think if you don't know Jack Smith, remember he's the guy that went after Bob McDonald and the Supreme Court vacated that ruling like 9-0. Like his track record.
He kind of sucks at his job.
He sucks.
Yeah, he does. He does suck at his job. But I mean, like, let's get real. They all kind of suck at their jobs. You know, it's just I'm kind of I'm getting used to everybody on that side sucking. At
We're
their
bringing
jobs.
sucking to a new level.
It's
Ladies,
sarcastic.
well, we don't suck,
Spectacular.
and we started off really strong this week. Thank you guys for kicking off the week for us.
Well, if you enjoyed this content, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get more.